No, no! No! Are you listening?
Sean from Middle Grounded, let's talk about Lorne Lynn Armstrong, and let's talk about his relationship with NBC. Lorne loves it and he hates it. Without NBC, he would be an absolute nobody, nothing. No one would speak his name after he died, and I know that sounds cruel, but no one would say his name. No one would remember him. But because of us, because of NBC and Xavier Von Erck, he's going to last long after he's gone. Unless YouTube goes down, his stupidity will live on forever, and that's a trade-off he's willing to make. He can use that infamy, he can use his, quote, popularity, unquote, as he probably sees it, to promote himself to whoever he speaks to. He needs a scapegoat. All bipolar narcissists need a scapegoat. All narcissists need a scapegoat. And NBC can be his, and the elusive and evil Xavier Von Erck. Whenever anything goes wrong, much like Darkside Phil blames random trolls, everything was the troll's fault. Not his racist comments, not his behavior, not the way he speaks to his viewers, but the trolls. And a cult of hate, he calls it. He's very much like Scientology and the mainstream media and the way they refer to anyone, the anti-woke cult, as the Disney groomers say. It's a common trait among people who like to gaslight, and we know Lorne, he likes to gaslight, and he can blame all of his troubles on NBC. And he refers to his incarceration when he should be his conviction. He calls it the sting when he should call it his arrest. He can't get away from NBC, and he knows he needs it. He also knows he would never speak to these catfish women if it wasn't for that. So I know he doesn't like the fact that he got in trouble, but the fact that because of NBC, his name is out there and people talk about him, I'm certain that gets him off more than anything. These catfish women, he loves it. Look at what he did with Debbie. He used it, or she used it, and he ate it up. All of the stuff he did, because he feels he's one big redemption story, or his whole life is ruined because of this. Think about Lorne and the way he thinks about it. He started a redemption channel. His cooking show, his exercise show, that he didn't realize was just a giant meme that people were stupefied by and laughing at. If he didn't have NBC, he would be sitting at his trailer, nothing going on, drinking himself into oblivion. It does empower him somewhat. When he's talking to these catfish women and they bring up NBC, yes, he does get angry, but he's different after that. It reminds him, well, at least in his mind, that he matters and that people are focused on him. He talks about people being obsessed with him. He thought for a while he could tell these women, I'm the biggest name on NBC, as you guys know. Many people have pointed that out. But in reality, he will always be known as a predator pedophile who got busted in the most hilarious way. And as I've said before, it was the first time we ever saw a human soul actually leave the body when Chris Hansen came out. He didn't learn about himself, though. He should have used that time to reflect and say, hey, this is who I am. I should probably change that. And I wonder at times if he wishes he could put it on his resume. Starred on NBC. Lorne, you didn't star on NBC. You happened to be caught up in a legitimate sting that the Kentucky Bureau of Investigation set up to find out, holy crap, look at these idiots. Had you not gotten in that vehicle in Nashville, had you not driven your little happy ass up the Bowling Green, came bounding up to the door, no one would know your name. You'd be a ha ha ha, look at that guy on To Catch a Predator, but you wouldn't have all of these people just hoping for your redemption, hoping that you will take responsibility for something and that we would see a change in you. But we haven't. And these catfish women are your only connection to the outside world, which is why you are willing to accept cheating that you accuse them of all the time, and you are willing to accept abuse. You are willing to accept humiliation and put yourself through things most people would not, because they have a little bit of self-respect. But you don't, Lorne, and you never will. So, Lorne, if I were you, I would be thanking my lucky stars that NBC was there, because you got off light. Had you acted on your sick urges, you'd be in prison for a long time. So let me say this, Lorne. If it wasn't for NBC, your name would be erased from the history books, and you would be remembered by no one. At least you're remembered as a failure. I guess that's okay in your mind. Anyway, Sean, I love you guys. Please like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you in the next one.